Hello. All right, so I got another one. They always seem to come in multiple ones a day. So this is a bigger package. I'm thinking this is going to be a 4-4. I haven't done a lot of ordering of 4-4s, although they are selling. So let's see. This could be just packaging as well. We got the gigantic bubble wrap, which is not as much fun. Although, okay, I'll give it. I will say, if you stretch it enough and then you pop one, it is kind of fun watching the entire chain go flat. So, okay. Ah. All right. So far we have a nice case. It's a soft case, but you know, foamed, very hardy looking. I really like this because the pocket is not broken. I have one around here. I've got a violin sitting on it, but like there's a giant rip going across. So that's always nice to see. Nothing in it. Still, I should vacuum it out as much as I can. Oh, we do have that little missing pull thing here on the accessory pouch, but ultimately I don't think anybody really cares about that. Not always a great sign when there's a bowstring hanging out of the case. I do apologize if the sound of my dehumidifier in the background is bothersome, but violins don't like humidity. It is across the room though. So we have D-rings for a strap. We have another D-ring for a strap. So it's either or. You can go both sides or off to the back. I don't know. A nice little Velcro thing. It is a nice case. I wouldn't mind completely cutting off these partial pieces of tag. I can't do too many of these videos today because I know my son wants me to start making an Iron Man mask with a 3D printer. You know how I said it wasn't a good sign about the bowstring? Down, kitty! Down, 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 kitty! It's a circus whip. What is this? It'll be fun later. So it's a really straight bow. I haven't done any bow restringing yet. I do have a number of bows that need it. This is probably the nastiest looking bow I've had. But, I mean, the frog is in good repair. So I'm happy about that. The mechanism is moving it back and forth. That's good. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a specifically great bow, but, you know, put it in the collection, I guess. Alright, so we've got bowstrings all sitting in there. We've got a violin that I love it. I love it. I've said it a bunch of times. Now this is kind of dumb. But I love that they actually put bubble wrap underneath the tail. Oh, it is agonizing when you get a violin in and there's no bridge. Something just hit my foot. It's like a piece of a rubber band. And here's another piece of the rubber band. That'll be vacuumed up later. All right, so we have a nice tail with, I do have a tail that does not have really good precision tuners, but we have a tail with precision tuners. We have chin rests. Beautiful, beautiful dark violin. I love dark violins. The case seems good still. No weird smells. It's a little dirty. We can see what we can do with the vacuum. We have a completely broken rosin that is not great, but I have fresh rosin. But we have, bing, and it looks quality too. It looks good, so I'm happy about this. This makes me so happy. So far, we have almost a complete violin. Now, I do have bows that I can switch out, so I'm not too opposed to this. So, for the first time in forever, yes. Oh my God. A little bit of dirt there. We have a violin that might actually help fix other violins as well, because I might just go ahead and copy that bridge off really fast and see if it's a good size one or not. But it's got a good hump to it, so I really like the idea of that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a light. I have a flashlight. I do. I just don't have it down here today. Alright, we're going to have to go with here. This is the Musina VN2034. It is a made in China, which means realistically it means nothing. I've had a lot of people ask me like what the year is on these violins, and sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't. The reason why is because old... Ooh, Soundpost is in. Great. There is a Soundpost, and it is so far correctly placed. The age-old wisdom on age of the violin is because older wood was sourced from older trees, dried for a longer time, and then for a short time period, people were experimenting with different materials, and you ended up with not that great a quality stuff, you know. But nowadays, you know, where it's from, you know, if it's from Germany or Czechoslovakia or China, doesn't always really matter anymore. You're going to have to actually hear it. So that's why most of these things I'll actually play. So with that, oh my gosh, there's some kind of, I don't know if you can see this. I'll bring the light over. There is some kind of, here, you can see it up here on this tuning peg, all those little sparkles. That is weird. That is, somebody did that to just be funny. It's definitely not needed. Ugh. It's a little dusty, it's dirty, it's not a clean violin, but body, oh man. This is a violin that is going to go out the door pretty well, I think. What's interesting is that the body looks really long, but it's still a shorter violin, and I'm wondering if this is like a 7/8. I haven't looked up my records. I don't know. So here's my Lovey 7/8, and they are just about the exact same thing. So this is another 7/8. I do think I actually remember getting the Musina that is a 7/8. They are both dark violins. The Musina is, Musina, whatever, is actually a darker brown, which I really like. But again, the Lovey has been cleaned recently. This has yet to be cleaned. But because it is a 7/8 violin, and we have a good bridge, we even have a little straw here on the E string to keep it from digging into the bridge. That's always nice. So let's just, without further ado, let's try this sucker out. So the fun thing about a 7/8 violin is that it is still an adult violin. You would use a full-size bridge for it, which means I cannot use this for, just it looked like it was tightening, and then it was not tightened. Is this thing backwards? Or no, it shouldn't be. Yeah, because that's the G string side. These feet don't sit very well. I'm gonna have to shape the feet on this. Great, so it's a bridge, but it's not necessarily a bridge that goes to this violin. I do like that the pegs sit in really well. It's like no sitting there and trying to do anything hardcore. It just tightens and sits. A little bit of fight on that statement with the G string, but that E string, man. Looks like I got to take that back on the E string too. Yep, E string is, ooh, a little spasm in my hand there. String must have still been vibrating. Alright, well, we're going to need some peg glue. I was wrong. They just seem to sit really well. So the device that I would usually use to tune my violin is currently recording this video. And I don't have my other one with me. So I know that was a weird face, but man, did you hear how clean those are? That is loud. That is, yeah. So this needs some cleaning, needs a bow. Needs to go up to market. But all in all, I am happy with this. I mean, I've got a few little scuffs that could use a little bit of varnish. Maybe a little resin to give it a little bit of color and protection, and a little buildup, but it's a beautiful violin. Finally, it's like out of 4 violins, I got one that's not going to require too much work. I do think that this bridge might be a 3/4, and that's because whoever put this on was confused, because overall a 7/8 violin is the same length as a 3/4 violin, but the body size from here to here is longer than a 3/4, and that's what makes it a 7/8. So someone took the measurement only from here to here and put and said this is a 3/4 violin. Nobody made this measurement here. And honestly, if I hadn't questioned it when I was looking at a violin, like the body seems long, I would not know that. But I was sitting there going, wow, the body seems long on the lubby, and because the lubby was sold as a 3/4, and I looked it up, and that's how I found out about this. So, yeah, all right. If you can't tell by me just rambling, I'm very happy with this. This is a Musina. I want to say that there was a VN2034 Musino. I'm gonna have to look up how to pronounce that. First time I've had one. So far, pretty happy, and yeah. All right, let's get to work.